Rome began as a republic, a city of farmers, soldiers, and dreamers. Its people despised kings and vowed never to bow again. Yet power always finds its vessel. Ambition tore the republic apart, and from its ruins rose Julius Caesar, a man who turned democracy into dictatorship. When he crossed the Rubicon, Rome's fate was sealed. Freedom gave way to empire. The people cheered as chains were fastened. After Caesar's murder, chaos reigned. Then came his heir Octavian, who became Augustus, the first emperor. He promised peace, and he delivered it through war. The Senate still met, but their words no longer mattered. The republic was dead, embalmed in ceremony. Rome entered its golden age, shining brighter than ever before, even as freedom flickered out. Rome's strength was not its emperors, but its legions. Trained, disciplined, merciless, they marched like iron thunder. Each soldier knew his place, his duty, his punishment. Together they conquered continents from the sands of Egypt to the forests of Japan. Where they marched, civilization followed, and so did death. Rome understood what most empires forgot. Control is not just force, but connection. So they built roads thousands of miles across Europe, Africa, and Asia. All roads lead to Rome, they said, and it was true. Trade, armies, laws, ideas all flowed along these veins of empire. The world itself began to pulse with Roman rhythm. To rule millions, Rome needed more than power, it needed distraction. The poor were fed with bread, the restless entertained with circuses. In the Colosseum, blood became spectacle. Gladiators fought for glory, slaves for survival. The roar of the crowd drowned the cries of the dying. Rome learned the most dangerous truth: a satisfied populace never questions authority. Terraman ambition was carved in stone. They built temples, aqueducts, and amphitheaters that defied time. Concrete, their secret weapon, turned dreams into monuments. To walk through Rome was to walk through eternity. But even marble bleeds when its foundations are laid in conquest. For 2 centuries, the world basked in the Pax Romana, the Roman peace, but peace came at a price: submission. Rebellions were crushed, cities burned, nations erased. The legions kept order not through mercy, but memory, the memory of destruction. Rome gave peace the way a lion gives silence, by devouring everything that makes noise. Behind Rome's splendor were millions of slaves, the unseen foundation of its glory. They built the monuments, tilled the fields, and entertained the masses with their blood. Freedom was Rome's greatest idea, and its cruelest irony. Even philosophers praised liberty while their slaves poured their wine. In 64 CE, flames consumed Rome. Rumors said Emperor Nero watched from his palace, playing the lyre as the city burned. Whether truth or myth, it captured the soul of the empire. Beauty built on suffering, art born from chaos. When Nero died, the people cheered, but the fire never truly went out. It burned in every ruler who sought divine power. Rome's gods were many: Jupiter, Mars, Venus, each demanding honor and sacrifice. But faith, like empire, must evolve. When Christianity emerged, the Romans mocked it until it conquered them. By the 4th century, Rome itself bent its knee to the cross. The gods of marble fell silent, replaced by one god of mercy. But mercy came too late. As centuries passed, Rome's strength decayed from within. Senators bought loyalty, emperors bought silence. Gold replaced honor, pleasure replaced purpose. The empire that once conquered the world could no longer conquer itself, and corruption, invisible but fatal, began to rot the marble heart of Rome. To preserve what remained, Emperor Diocletian divided Rome, east and west, to capitals, to emperors, to destinies. The east, ruled from Constantinople, thrived. The west, drained by greed and chaos, began to crumble. An empire once whole, now tore itself apart, order unraveling into blood once more. In the 5th century, the unthinkable happened. The Visigoths sacked Rome, the eternal city, violated and burning. For the first time in 1,000 years, Rome trembled. Its citizens wept as statues of emperors toppled, and wolves howled where senators once spoke. The center of the world was no longer the center. By 476 CE, the Western Roman Empire was gone, its emperors forgotten, its legions scattered, its glory dust. Yet even in ruin, Rome lived on, in language, in law, in the bones of civilization. The empire fell, but its shadow stretched across 1,000 generations. Rome died, but the idea of Rome never did. Rome mastered the art of order, and the price was blood. It taught the world law, architecture, and governance, yet built them on conquest and chains. Its story is not of good or evil, but of what happens when ambition outlives morality. The Roman Empire was not just a civilization, it was a mirror. And when we look into that mirror today, do we see their reflection, or our own?